Hey, what's up guys? It's Matt from RC Overload, and today we are testing out Warrior Armor's newest rock rails that I have installed in the Axial SCX10 Jeep Wrangler. As you guys know, I went out to this same similar location that you guys can see behind me and ended up breaking the RC four-wheel drive Tough Armor rock rails that were on it. Just ended up snapping right off. So, I've got the new ones installed. We're going to go back through this same exact course. I'm going to try to mimic everything the same, and we're going to test it all out. Now, let me show you guys something here real quick. There's the Jeep, okay? There is the Warrior Armor rock rails, alright? They're now flush right up against the body, whereas the RC four-wheel drive had stuck out before. So, as I was saying in the last video where I had installed these, this should actually allow me a little more room, hopefully. And on top of that, if I can bring this close enough, if you guys can see, it now has a taper where it's got the point now at the top and it curves down at the bottom here. So if it does hit something right behind this wheel, it should just slide right up and over it, whereas the RC four-wheel drive had a nub at the bottom here and would get hung up on stuff all the time, especially from other people that have used it. I've heard plenty of stories about it. Fortunately, that didn't really happen so much to me, whereas, I'll show you guys, on the underside, you guys can see, I'm trying to get the right lighting here, there is 3 bars that now hold these rock rails in place. The RC four-wheel drive had only 2, and they weren't that great of a weld, as you guys saw in that video, but we're gonna see how well this stuff holds. So let's get to it. I'm gonna break out the GoPro and just have some fun. I might talk as we do the trail a little bit. All right, let's get going. guys, I'm gonna show you something here real quick. Look at that. It is sitting directly on the rock rail, and it just came smashing down on top of it. That didn't even budge. Crazy. All right, let's see if we can get out of this predicament. Cool it. Alright guys, so I honestly thought that was going to be a better run. I threw on those Lok Lok tires with the Axial SCX10 Lok rims on there, hoping that I could get a little more grip anyways through everything. But as you just saw, it had like no grip going through any of that terrain. It made everything extremely difficult to run this. But unfortunately, I have to stop today. I would love to retry and maybe throw on Big Joe 2 tires back on, but the transmission and the motor popped off the mount. Take a look. You guys can spot it. I'll try to get out of the shadow here. If you guys can see this, the whole unit came right off. Now, yes, I'm aware some of you guys had told me, you know, a few tricks. I did try super gluing it and, you know, in place, but as you guys can see, it tore right off the screw tore right off the transmission, and that was because there was no more threads in the plastic there. So the screws were just kind of spinning around, and with all that torque, it just broke it right off. So, unfortunately, as you guys can see, my drive shafts are just dangling around it. So, looks like it's time to get a new transmission mount and transmission housing. Well, that was a little on the unsuccessful side today, and I apologize about that. But let's take a look at these rock rails real quick here, because that's what the whole point of this video was about. Let's see here. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but there's a few scratches, no bends, no breaks, and they held in beautifully. I guarantee you most of those scratches on there are going to come right off. So overall, even with all the punishment that I just put it through and beating it and absolutely destroying my truck as I usually do, I think that was actually a successful run, at least for testing out those rock rails. The only problem that I did notice in this kind of terrain is that the body on the underside, where the body door panels are, that bottom half, it tend to pop up over the rock rail, so I would have to kind of push them back on the other side of the rock rail. But for most of us, we aren't taking our Axial SCX10s that are stock height and whatnot through this kind of terrain that you guys see behind me. This is all, I'll show you guys, try to get a better picture here. Flip my viewfinder around. As you guys can see, there's just a ton of rocks and destroyed pavement and whatnot, and this is all just a rubble field. So I know this is probably looking a little blurry, my camera doesn't do the best outside, but this is what I was trying to go through, as you guys can see. Now, I think overall, these rock rails are actually really solid. So, Warrior Armor, you did a very good job, buddy. Thank you for the rock rails. I appreciate them. I will be definitely buying more from you as soon as I get more Axial SCX10s. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Continue to watch. I'm going to have more running videos. I got to do some upgrades, as you guys can see. And that's it for today. On a side note, RC overload is actually going to be kind of on the quiet side for the next few weeks, you guys. I may or may not produce any videos. I don't know yet. I'm working on 2 big projects right now that's going to take up a lot of my time. One of them is the Apex movie, and that's going to take me a couple of weekends to do. So stay around, you know, don't leave. I'm not going anywhere. It's just I'm going to be kind of quiet online for a while. But you guys will see everything soon. I hope you guys will enjoy it. So anyways, thank you for watching, you guys, and have more test run videos and more Axial SCX10 adventure videos. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.